and I have a pretrial contract that was printed today. We just need some time to get community service done.
She has to do this community service?
Service in 2 classes, and I think she's already done 1 class. And
Great.
we're waiting on another one.
Is she here now?
She is here, Judge.
Ms. Mitchell, come up.
Hours of community service?
Bye, John D.
Take care.
So I would assume, what are the classes?
Anger management, Judge.
And anger management, okay. Have you done any of the classes now?
I'm back in Beaumont since this case has occurred. My probation sent me back. So they're gonna have me doing thinking of a change and completing my community service and doing MHMI. So that's the only things I have to do in my probation.
This case, or are you on probation?
She's
I'm on probation.
She's on probation in Jefferson County, Judge, but in addition to that, this case, she's already done an anger management class that she's brought to my office last week.
Mhm.
But now the state's offering, in addition to that, effective decision-making 20 hours for it to get dismissed. So I'm not sure if the community service she does while on probation can be used in conjunction with this, but I'm sure we can work something
I'm
out.
okay with that. I
Okay.
mean, have you done the community service yet?
Yes, I have done some of my community service.
Okay, then I guess make sure that Michael is okay.
Sure.
I am, but you got to understand if you're on, is it felony or misdemeanor
It's a
probation?
felony probation.
I mean, self-control. I would say 90% of the people that are in jail now are for one reason only, self-control. They act without thinking and say, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? And then you end up back in jail. You pick up a new case now and you're on felony probation. Jefferson County.
This is one of those moments where the judge stops sounding like a referee and starts sounding like a life coach with real consequences. What he's explaining here is probation reality. It's not about the original charge anymore, it's about behavior. One bad reaction, one emotional decision, and suddenly a minor case snowballs into jail time. Let me ask you this. How many cases do you think start not with criminal intent, but with someone losing self-control for just a few seconds?
Is a really tough county. They don't toy around like here in Harris County. You violate over there, they're gonna lay you out. You understand that by pleading guilty to this case now, they can revoke that probation, resulting in further confinement.
But I'm not pleading guilty. I gave her all the evidence.
That's right. We're not doing a plea.
Right, Judge,
Yeah.
we're not
So,
entering a guilty.
but at some point, you got to understand they're not going to continue to bend over backwards to help you.
That's why
Right?
because that was the problem.
You have to say anything else.
Well, self-control. It takes two to tango, right? You get into a pissing match with other people, you get into a fight. Don't matter. Everyone's going down. Just think about that. Self-control. All right. So how long is it going to take you to get all this stuff done?
Right now they got me looking for a job out there. I have an interview today. So hopefully after Thanksgiving, because everything's gonna be shut down probably tomorrow
Well, I
or
don't want to, set you up to fail. I mean, your case is old, but we need to give you enough time that you can get it done.
Can we do the first or second week of January?
yeah.
That's a long time.
It is, but I know that with Christmas falling right behind Thanksgiving, if she gets it done before, then I can
My
always.
fear is that we get to Christmas, this, that, and nothing gets done. We're here in January and then nothing's getting.
This right here is courtroom pressure at its finest. The judge isn't threatening jail, he's threatening time. Day-for-day resets mean constant court appearances, missed work, stress, and zero breathing room. It's a strategic move judges use to force compliance without locking someone up. And notice this, he still calls it a sweetheart deal. Do you think this is tough love, or is the court being more than fair here?
Done. I will give it to you, but I'm going to tell you now, if you don't have it done, I will carry you day for day until you have it done. I'm literally will reset you Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Friday, and then to next Monday until you have it done. Your case is 212 days now. We're giving you another 40 days now. You got to have it done. And if you don't, I'm telling you, I'm going to roll you day for day until you have it done. You understand?
And
It's
she's
not
pretty
hard.
proactive.
Everything can be done online.
She's pretty proactive. She's come to my office often and brought me evidence and proof of her classes. So she's doing everything she needs to. And
It's a
this is
sweetheart deal.
PTI.
It's a sweetheart deal. Work it. All right. Self-control. All right. Good luck, Miss Mitchell. All right. Thank you. All right. Good morning, Mr. Houlihan. So you understand that you're entering into a very serious probation. We take it seriously. And if you continue to, if you violate at this point, I mean, we can put you in a rehab facility, right? So just no alcohol from any source. That's all we're asking you to do. Stay out of trouble. If you don't have a license, don't drive. You know, these probations are typically pretty easy. All you have to typically do is 2 classes, stay out of trouble, and don't drink. And as long as you can do that, then you're walking out of here, you know?
Yes, sir.
What are the conditions that we have, Shatori?
Thinking for a change,
Okay,
DWI education, 2 victim impact panels, CRAS, random urine analysis, no refusals.
what that means is that if you are pulled over and an officer asks you to submit a breath sample, you have to do it. If you don't, then you're in violation of this probation.
No drugs or alcohol. And the guardian interlock.
Do you have you've got the scram now.
Yes, sir.
So what we'll do is when you get your, is this license suspended, Alex? Do you know? Can you run it?
I don't
please?
have a vehicle here.
I'll run it, Your Honor.
Then you will need to get a portable breath test device. And when you do that,
The scram monitor. Okay,
I'm paying for it now.
Okay.
That thing's around $400 to $500 a month.
okay. I understand.
So as opposed to the handheld device, which is probably about $100 a month. So if you want to keep it, you can, but it's costly. And once you get on probation, I can't pay for it for you.
I understand.
You will be responsible for the fines and fees. You know, I can take off and I can reduce your fines and fees, but there's outside vendor stuff I can't pay for, like your DW education class, you'll have to pay for that. It's $30, right? The victim impact panels, you will have to pay for that. TRAS, can I waive the fee? I'll waive your TRAS fee, which is around, that's what, $200? Yeah, so I'll waive that fee
I
for you.
appreciate that.
But remember, this probation is not about the money. It's about you doing what you're saying you're going to do in the time that they tell you to do it. So there's a certain time for you to finish everything.
Your Honor, it's suspended.
Your license is not suspended. So one of the other things I want to
Yeah,
do.
it is.
He was suspended.
There's an ALR suspension.
There is a
Isn't
suspension.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, sir.
So we will, as part of this probation now, require you to get your Texas driver license. I want you to get it so that at some point you can become a legal driver, but you have to have insurance and you're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock on it. If you're caught, then that's a violation of your probation. Don't just do stuff. You get permission first.
Yes, sir.
Don't try to do and beg for forgiveness after the fact because it doesn't work here.
Yes, sir.
You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept the probation, you're stuck with it until you complete it or it gets violated. Now, the agreement that you're entering into is
This is the moment everything becomes real. Once probation is accepted, the trial rights are gone. No do-overs, no appeals, no second chances. The judge is laying out the stakes clearly. One violation and not suspended jail time becomes very real time. This is why probation isn't freedom, it's conditional trust. Question for you watching. Would you rather take a short jail sentence up front or gamble on probation knowing one mistake sends you back?
180 days jail time to be probated for 18 months. This will now reflect as a conviction on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. No proverbial slaps on the wrist. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have any questions.
So what, does that mean I can go, when do I go take the scram monitor?
First, you get the portable device. When you get that, we will take that
Okay,
ankle monitor off. I want to know that you have something that's
Yes, sir.
testing you before we just take that off. We're not going to take your word for it that you're going
I
to
got you.
get it, you know?
yes, sir.
But the minute you get it, let us know and then we'll take that off and then you can keep the other one. If you fail, if you pick up a new case, don't do your stuff, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out in Orange and we're going to talk about if you violated or not. And if they prove it to me, you're looking at 180 days in jail.
Yes, sir.
Understand? You have any questions? How do you plead to the offense? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? All right. I will find you guilty. I'm not going to suspend your license. So just take care. You have the ability to get it back. What do you do for a living, Mr. Houlihan?
I'm in the process of, I need to take the Texas Health and Life Insurance exam. And then once I pass the exam, I'm going to be working for an insurance company.
How do you support yourself now?
Right now, living at home with my mother.
Good. Stay there. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I graduated law school. I still went and lived with my folks. Man, I lived with my folks until I was like 35. There's nothing wrong with it. I saved a crap load of money, you know, and, you know, that's what you do, right?
And it's
Until you-
also,
there's nothing wrong with it.
also work from home as well. So.
Great. Just take care, you know,
Yes, sir.
work at home, stay at home, make a lot of money, keep a lot of money in the bank, and then you venture out. Don't do things backwards, like have a kid now, because that's, do you have any kids?
38 years without kids.
Well, perhaps one day you'll get blessed, but just do things in the right order, and
Yes, sir.
then things will work out for you. I'm going to waive your supervisory fees, your DPS fines and fees and surcharges. Meaning I'm taking off around $4,000 of fines and fees that you would otherwise be required to pay. And if you don't get a license. But I'm going to tell you now, if you come back here with another DWI, a second DWI, there's a surcharge of $6,000, not to mention court costs. So you roundabout leave here with about $7,000 in fines and fees. So if you want to get lit in the future, just don't get into a car.
I don't have any interest in drinking at all anymore, honestly.
Time heals all wounds, Mr. Houlihan. Say that again.
Talk to them about marijuana too, because that seems to be the problem.
Marijuana can be a DWI with marijuana as well. It doesn't have to be just, if you take too much NyQuil, what happens? Right. So it doesn't have to be just alcohol.